Bart hid the puppy in the school storage room. The puppy smelled the aroma of broth through the ventilation ducts. It opened the metal grate and crawled into the ventilation duct. Principal Skinner immediately checked the vent after finding out. He sent William to catch the dog. William went to the cafeteria and had the lunch lady cover him in oil. With the help of the oil, he could move quickly through the ventilation duct. William successfully caught the puppy, but outside was the gymnasium. They couldn't get down. Principal Skinner called in the police and firefighters to rescue them, but this scene was witnessed by Superintendent Chalmers.
Superintendent Chalmers, you didn't have to come all the way down here. Everything's under control.
Chalmers believed Skinner couldn't manage the school properly, so he decided to fire him. The puppy fell onto him. Chalmers was instantly delighted and decided not to fire Skinner, but William fell onto him.
Make way for Willie! I said make way for Willie, you bloated cussbug!
Seymour?
You're fired!
Bart thought he would be happy after Skinner got fired, but now he felt sad. Lisa explained that it was guilt because Bart had caused Skinner to lose his job. Homer only heard that bringing a dog to school meant going home early, so he planned to bring the dog to work. Marge thought the dog should get some rest.
All right. I'll take that dog. Come here. Oh.
The next day, a new principal came to Springfield Elementary. It was the good-natured Flanders. The kids were all happy because Flanders was easy to push around. Children who made mistakes could keep eating cookies in Principal Flanders' office. They could even order drinks.
Oh, sorry. Were you drinking Slice or Yoo-Hoo?
Meanwhile, Skinner was doing laundry at a laundromat. He suddenly noticed Bart at the door. Bart felt somewhat guilty toward him, but Skinner generously invited Bart to come over to his house on Saturday. Bart recalled the times he had played pranks at Skinner's doorstep.
A flaming bag, eh?
I'm kind of busy on Saturday.
Just then, the school bullies snatched Skinner's underwear. They mocked Skinner, saying he was a former principal and couldn't stop them.
That's not true. I can buy a new pair. No, I can't.
Bart felt he had wronged Skinner, so he decided to visit Skinner on Saturday. Skinner was happy that Bart came to see him. Bart saw photos of Skinner from his military days. Skinner had left the army to become a principal after being shot. Then he made grilled sausages to treat Bart. In the evening, the two took a walk together by the seaside.
Whoa! Yay!
Skinner took Bart to his favorite restaurant. He introduced Bart to the chef as his good friend. The chef gave them a nice table.
It's real nice here.
Salvatore, che sera, Mr. Cuculavanza, and some real ugly kid.
Now the kids at school had completely gone wild. The good student Martin was locked in a cage like a pet.
This is great. Not only am I not learning, I'm forgetting stuff I used to know.
Bart felt he had done something wrong. He wanted Skinner to come back.
I learned to read because of you, Principal Skinner. Sir, I baked you these raisin roundies.
But when Bart went to find Skinner, he learned that Skinner had rejoined the army. Bart returned home, feeling dejected. Lisa explained that this was because everyone needs a nemesis, like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Even Maggie has that one-eyebrowed baby as her nemesis. Bart went to the army base to find Skinner. He hoped Skinner would return to the school.
I do want to come back, Bart, but it doesn't sound like Flanders is going to get fired.
Bart said he was best at getting people fired. Once Skinner became principal again, he couldn't be friends with Bart, unless Bart became a good kid.
That's probably never gonna happen.
Well, we'll always have the laundromat.
Yeah.
The next day, Bart brought Chalmers to see the chaotic school under Flanders' management.
Come on, Chalmers, you fired Skinner for less than this.
But Chalmers had fired Skinner mainly because he disliked him. He didn't care about the declining quality of education in public schools, so he wouldn't fire Flanders. But he heard Flanders teaching the children to pray over the PA system. Chalmers wouldn't allow prayer in public schools.
Simpson, you get your wish.
Flanders was fired. Skinner became principal once again.
So, I guess we're enemies again.
I guess. Thanks, Bart.
Sure.
Homer's snoring was so loud it made the entire town of Springfield shake like an earthquake. Marge couldn't sleep at all because of his snoring. Even when Marge pinched his nose shut, he could still make noise through his mouth. Covering his mouth didn't work either. The next day, Marge was completely exhausted. She even poured milk into a flower pot, mistaking it for her breakfast cereal. Unable to take it anymore, Marge took Homer to see a doctor. The doctor said Homer's condition required surgery and wrote the cost on a piece of paper, handing it to Homer.
Interesting. Here's my counteroffer. Get out.
That night, Homer continued snoring. Left with no choice, Marge then packed her bags and went to stay at Patty and Selma's house. After getting a good night's sleep, she seemed like a completely different person. They then saw Marge's ex-boyfriend Artie on TV. He was ranked as the 5th wealthiest person in the country. Seeing this, Patty and Selma immediately hatched a devious plan. They sent an email trying to reunite Artie and Marge.
Dear Hottie, I want to sex you up. Your love slave, Marge.
After receiving the message, Artie immediately flew over to find Marge. He was ready to take Marge back to his mansion, but Marge claimed she had sent that email while drunk. She insisted she was very happy with her current life. Artie didn't care about any of that. He even invited the entire Simpson family to his luxury yacht. They all had a great time drinking on the yacht. After a few rounds of drinks, Artie made his proposal. He would give Homer $1 million in exchange for Marge spending one weekend with him. Although Homer wanted the million, he still refused Artie's offer. Marge then pulled Homer away, and they left.
Hey, where's our parents?
Back home, Homer's snoring continued without stopping. By the next morning, Marge still hadn't slept a wink. Even after Homer woke up, he was still snoring. Unable to bear it any longer, Marge decided to accept Artie's offer. Homer gave Artie a list of things he wasn't allowed to do with Marge, then anxiously put Marge on the plane. After Marge left, Homer immediately went to the bar to drink. He even told his friends about the whole thing. His friends all congratulated Homer, saying that Marge would start living a wonderful life, while Homer would get a large sum of money and could just relax from then on. Homer couldn't believe it. Would Marge really fall in love with Artie? His friends said if they could choose, they would pick Artie. Hearing this, Homer completely broke down, crying and shouting that he needed to win Marge back. Meanwhile, Marge had already changed into a haute couture gown. Artie had spent a fortune to recreate their high school prom for Marge. She danced with him. Although Artie had put so much thought into everything, Marge made it clear she could never change her heart. Artie could tell, so he asked Marge to just kiss him on the cheek. Marge agreed, but she didn't expect Artie to forcefully kiss her on the lips instead. This scene was witnessed by Homer.
Oh no, if Marge marries Artie, I'll never be born.
Marge pushed Artie away, slapped him, and angrily left here. Homer was drowning his sorrows in alcohol at a bar at the time. But since alcohol couldn't numb his pain, he decided to disappear from the city forever with Lenny.
Sounds like a plan.
Then it's settled. We leave Springfield forever.
What I miss? Anything good?
After Marge returned home, she wanted to see Homer immediately, but when she pushed open the door, she only found a videotape on the bed. Only then did she realize that Homer had also gone to that fake party, and that Homer had witnessed some unspeakable things. After learning that Homer had left Springfield, Marge immediately took Artie's helicopter to search for him. At that moment, Homer and Lenny were sealing an oil well blowout, but their goggles ignited a fire through the reflection of sunlight. They wanted to escape, but couldn't get out. Just then, Marge arrived in time and threw down a ladder. However, Homer remained unmoved because he knew there was no place for him up there.
We said good day!
But Artie told Homer that Marge's heart had never changed. Upon hearing this, Homer immediately climbed up the ladder. However, at that moment, Lenny didn't want to leave because there was nothing waiting for him up there.
Don't be so sure.
Carl Carlson?
Although Homer didn't get the $1 million for medical treatment, Artie gave him a snore converter that could turn snoring sounds into music.
He's a loser, Marge. Dump him. I traveled the world in the 7 seas. I am watching you through a camera.
Volcanic eruption in Springfield. A massive amount of lava flowed onto the streets, destroying trees in its path. Lisa and Chloe were trapped there. As a reporter, Chloe was determined to cover the story. Meanwhile, Homer and Marge saw the news report on television. The Springfield volcano was now spewing dangerous rock fragments. Chloe introduced her cameraman for this broadcast. When Marge saw that it was Lisa on the scene, she was overcome with worry. Homer decided he would go rescue Lisa while Marge waited at home.
Okay, you go save Lisa. I'll stay here with the women. What do women want?
Just then, the live signal from Chloe's broadcast cut out. They had to act immediately. Homer and Marge rushed to the Springfield volcano by car. By now, the volcanic lava had already engulfed someone.
Help! So much sulfur dioxide!
Upon hearing Lisa's cries for help, Marge immediately drove through the barricade, but then a fissure opened up in the ground, separating Marge from Lisa completely. Summoning all her courage, Marge leaped across the rocks floating in the lava and carried Lisa to safety. Only then did Lisa truly understand how great a mother's love could be.
Mom, your hair! Don't worry, we've got 2 hours before it burns down to my head.
But at that moment, Chloe was about to be swallowed by the lava. In the nick of time, Barney arrived in a helicopter and rescued her. A few days earlier, Marge had run into her high school classmate Chloe on the street. Chloe now worked as a news reporter, the job she had always dreamed of, while Marge was a stay-at-home housewife. Though somewhat disheartened, Marge still invited Chloe over for dinner. That evening, Homer complimented Chloe's kebabs as the best he had ever tasted. Marge felt a twinge of jealousy, but Homer explained he was just being polite and promptly tossed all the skewers out the window.
My back pain's completely cured. That was one too many.
Chloe kept boasting about her accomplishments over the years, while Marge could only talk about trivial household matters, things Chloe had no interest in hearing. She made an excuse to have everyone watch her news program instead. Marge maintained that life in Springfield was perfectly fine.
Oh, come on, Marge. The only reason we don't move out of this dunghill is because of my court-ordered ankle bracelet. I'm here, quit bugging me.
Why do you always have to show that to company?
It's a conversation starter.
Although Chloe had achieved great career success, her love life was not as fulfilling as Marge's. In fact, it was something she could barely bring herself to talk about. Chloe admitted that Marge was very lucky to have found a good man like Homer.
I dunked out.
Did you just swallow another bone?
Same one.
Lisa absolutely idolized Chloe. She was so enamored that even the bowl Chloe had used smelled intoxicating to her. Skeptical, Marge took it and sniffed it herself. And indeed, it was just as Lisa had described. This brought back memories of Marge's high school days. Back then, she and Chloe had worked together on the school newspaper. They had broken the biggest story on campus. A cafeteria worker was spitting in the soup. After the story came out, they were awarded the school's highest honor, but both of them faced a difficult choice at the time: pursue their dreams or stay with the ones they loved. When Barney proposed to Chloe, she left Springfield immediately. Marge had wanted to leave too, but then God blessed her with a baby boy.
Bart, stop that! This isn't what it looks like.
Marge envied Chloe's wonderful life and deeply regretted not choosing a career in journalism. Homer, however, insisted that Chloe's life couldn't compare to Marge's. Marge had 3 children and had married the love of her life. While Chloe might have a prestigious job, Marge was the pillar of their family. Hearing this, Marge felt much better. Just then, Lisa and Chloe had finished dinner. Chloe even invited Lisa to visit Metropolis with her the next day, but Lisa had to check with Marge first.
Well, you can ask her right now. She's glaring at us from the front lawn.
Marge was furious that Chloe had kept Lisa out so late. Chloe, in turn, looked down on Marge's dishwater-soaked hands. Neither would back down, and they ended up brawling in the street.
There's no need to fight over me.
No one's fighting over you!
Oh, well then carry on.
Unsurprisingly, Marge refused to let Lisa go to Metropolis with Chloe the next day, but Lisa wouldn't give up. She placed a dummy in her bed and escaped through the window. The next day, Lisa secretly snuck into the trunk of Chloe's car. At that moment, the TV station director ordered Chloe to head to the Springfield volcano for coverage. Unable to refuse, Chloe turned back. Marge had also just discovered that Lisa was missing, and so the 2 cars passed each other on the road, neither aware of the other. Homer sold the backseat of his car to fill up the tank, but spent the money on a one-of-a-kind horn instead. Next, the Simpsons went out to a restaurant, but Homer had maxed out his credit card. He pulled a stack of cards out of his pocket, threw them down, and tried to make a run for it with his family.
Getting away! Stop them, Mary Kay!
The waiter hit a switch right away, trapping the Simpsons in the restaurant. They ended up singing for their supper to pay the bill. Afterwards, they went to the tax office, where the clerk found out Homer had no savings at all. His credit card was maxed out, and he had a father to support too.
Just give the word and I'll cut him off.
The clerk suggested he file for bankruptcy, and showed them a prediction of the Simpsons' next 40 years. Even after Homer died, his family would still be in the red. What he needed most now was to make more money.
No, I'd like my fee, please.
Hey.
I know you're not a deaf mute, Mr. Simpson. We've been talking for the last 20 minutes.
Homer tossed out another stack of cards and fled with Marge. By lunchtime, he drunk a case of beer, trying to work up the nerve to ask Burns for a promotion to fix his financial crisis. As luck would have it, Burns showed up. Homer took a sip of beer, approached him, and first offered to carry Burns' food.
Everything's so green and alive.
Then he asked for the promotion. Burns shot him down and told him to throw pudding at Lenny. Homer refused, until Burns pulled out $4.
Ow, my eye! I'm not supposed to get pudding in it!
Burns upped it to $8, and Homer splattered Lenny with pudding again. Burns offered him a gig as his prank monkey with a fat paycheck. Burns hated Comic Book Guy, so Homer went into his shop and dropped a fortune, $20,000, on comic books. Then he tore them up and ate the pieces.
Good, fair, poor!
Burns was thrilled with Homer's performance and tossed him a huge pile of cash. Homer had to get on his knees to pick it all up. Next, they went to a public restroom. Homer stripped down and pretended to be a kid. His act disgusted everyone, and he even fainted a wealthy lady.
Good heavens! Oh!
Here you go, monkey.
With the money in hand, he immediately took the kids to get their vaccines. Marge thought he was a loving, family-focused husband. Then they went to the zoo, where Burns told Homer to dress up as a giant panda and do the Lindy Hop in front of the crowd. The host thought the panda was too hyper and tried to calm him down. After getting shocked multiple times, Homer collapsed to the ground. Just then, a real male panda showed up. Homer ran away in terror but tripped and fell, and the male panda dragged him into its cave.
Bing Bing just asked Sim Sim to marry him, and I think she just said yes.
While the panda was asleep, Homer tried to climb over the fence to escape, but he got stuck halfway. A pack of skunks attacked him, but Lisa spotted him trapped and rescued him. That's when she found out about Homer's secret job.
Oh, Dad, you have to stop!
I know.
Burns thought Homer had done a great job, but Homer felt like he'd lost his dignity. He said he wouldn't work for Burns anymore. Burns pulled out a handful of cash, but Lisa quickly stopped him. Burns insisted everyone had a price, and Homer shot back that he wouldn't sell his dignity.
Take that back for $903.
I retract my statement.
Burns mocked him for being poor. To help Homer regain his dignity, Lisa suggested donating the money to people who really needed it. Homer perked up right away.
Hey, what happened to...
Good Lord, what a week!
He used the cash to buy every toy in the mall, then donated them all to Left Behind Children. The staff called him a real-life Santa Claus and asked him to be the star of the Thanksgiving parade. His family was so proud of him.
Wanna rehearse that?
I don't need to rehearse. Ho, ho, ho! Merry... Line?
Christmas.
Let me see that.
Thanksgiving parade day rolled around in no time. Homer rode in a sleigh, handing out gifts to all the kids in the crowd. Just then, Burns arrived on a pirate ship. He pulled up next to Homer and whispered something to him. Homer refused, until he saw the $1 million.
Oh, so much money. But Santa can't be evil. It's so much money.
Everyone thought Homer was pouring syrup, but the host checked with binoculars and realized it was fish guts. The crowd had been so excited, only to get covered in fishy stench.
The doctor said I can take this patch off 5 minutes a day.
Hey, that's just enough time to see Santa Claus.
Ah! Why, Santa, why?
The smell attracted seagulls right away, and the birds attacked people left and right, turning the whole scene into chaos. Lisa thought Homer had sold his soul again, but Homer appeared right beside her.
But if you're here, who's that on the float?
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
What's going on?
Let's just say Lisa gave me an early Christmas present. The gift of dignity.